Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. Okay, welcome back to our lesson in commerce. In commerce, we have completed many chapters and we have got one information that the beginning chapters only they have selected for the limited portion. So, in the last class, I have they have started the last lesson. The last portions. Okay, so I am not continuing with that one. So I am going to continue the other lesson that we have left out. Okay, after the SEBI, that Securities Exchange Board of India, after the 8th lesson, we have jumped to the leaving some lessons. Okay, that lessons I am going to complete. So we will start this lesson, the 9th lesson, human resource management. So what is human resource management? So for any business organization, isn't it? For any business organization, we need some resources. Okay, the resources, we can say the natural resources, all the resources, natural resources, the material resources, okay, non-material resources. One among them is the human resource. That means without human beings, no work can be done in any business organization, isn't it? So we can say it is the most important element in any business organization. Which one? The human resource. Because to succeed any business organization, we should have this the quality human resource. Human resource, we can say, they include, you should have an understanding about the human resource. Human resource consists of all the human beings that they work in an organization. We can say the employees, isn't it? Then the management. Here the heading itself is human resource management, isn't it? How they are managing the human resource. That is especially the employees, then the management, foreman, even the all other workers, the lowest level workers. This one staff, we can say, the management. So if these people work with the quality work, if they do only, the business organization can succeed, or they can develop, or they can grow. Okay, so that is very essential. So learning is human resource is very effective. To have a human resource management in a business organization, that is very essential for the succeed of the organization. Okay, now because now we have this globalization, that privatization, and that improvement of the information technology, everything nowadays, the human resource, they're competitive, isn't it? Unless and until we have the talented or the quality workforce or the human resource, only then a business can sustain, can maintain its business in the world. Otherwise, it cannot survive. It will suffer loss, isn't it? Continuously, if they suffer loss, then they cannot survive in the world as an organization. So, it is very essential. What is human resource? So, we should know what is human resource. Okay, we will learn the definitions. Definitions given by Peter F. Drucker. Peter F. Drucker. He says, he is considering all these people as man. Man only, isn't it? Employees, management, workers, anybody, man. Only he can grow and develop. That is real, isn't it? Very natural resources, whether it will grow and develop, No, it may grow, but once we take, it get reduced, isn't it? So that is called the natural resources. Then financial resources, money. Once we use, it get reduced, isn't it? That is there. And financial resources. What other material resources, materials that we use, once we start use, that they also get reduced. We should buy from others, isn't it, in order to use again and again in the organization. So only this human resource can grow and develop. They can develop their own skills. Once we work in an organization, we improve ourselves, our skills, our knowledge, everything increases. That is why Peter Drucker says, man of all resources available to him. Among all the resources that I told you, no? All the resources, natural resources, financial resources, material resources, whatever be the resources, only the human resource can grow and develop. So I will read the definition. Man of all resources available to him can grow and develop. In short, that man can grow and develop. That means among all the resources available. Okay, so among all the resources, man can grow and develop. The next definition is given by Leon C. McGinson. What he says, Leon C. McGinson, what he says, so human resources refers to the total. Okay, he is saying the total of what? The knowledge. Because only who is having the knowledge? The human beings, isn't it? So he says the total of knowledge, then skills, then creative abilities, that creative thinking, that means the innovation that is there in this human resource. So creative abilities, then talent. Each person is having a special talent in him, isn't it? That one, talent. And aptitudes, our attitude, special skill. Okay, then some aptitudes we have specially. Understand others' feelings. Other person that can read, no, that like a psychology. One person can know. Another person can understand by seeing him what is his mentality. Aptitudes of an organization's workforce. Organization's workforce means the human resource. So it is a total of what? The knowledge, skills, creative abilities, then talents and aptitudes of an organization's workforce. Not only this one, some other he adds, as well as the values. Each person is having some good values, isn't it? That one, values, attitudes and beliefs of individuals. So all these are included in the human resource. Okay, it is a large definition. That means he has included many items than the first one. There, man can grow and develop, he has said. Here, it is the total of knowledge, skills, creative abilities, talents, and attitudes of an organization's workforce, as well as the values, attitudes, and beliefs of individuals involved. Next one, Michael Jusius. Michael J. Jusius. Human resource. What is human resource as per Michael Jusius? Whole, everything. Whole means full, consisting of interrelated. Interrelated we know, isn't it? Not singly active. Interrelated, interdependent, and interacting physiological, sociological, and ethical components. Okay. So from all these definitions, the third one not okay, the first two you have to learn. Okay, from these definitions, what we learn? So they say that human resource is not all the individuals. The individuals who have special skills, talents, knowledge, and any competencies or any capabilities that they have. Not simply every human being cannot be said as human resource. The human beings, those who have those who have got special skills, knowledge, information, competencies and capabilities. Okay, in the accomplishment of both the individual objectives and the organizational objectives. They are called the human resources. Now we will learn the characteristics. Characteristics of human resource. So what are the special characters that a human resource has? Okay, we have learned that human resource means the people, those who work in the organization with the special skill, knowledge, then any competencies and capabilities. So that means they are different from the other resources, especially the financial resources, then the material resources, natural resources. Okay, they are different from the other resources. So what are the special features of these human resources? What are the special features that they have? Here, human resource is the only factor of production that lives, isn't it? Whether the natural resources that live, no. We can say that they live, even all the natural resources, but here this human beings only live. And that human resource only creates all the other resources. If, for example, the financial resources, who can earn the financial resources? Only the human resource, human beings. That is why the second point, human resource creates all other resources. And the another point, it is only the labor of employees that hired. Okay, here we cannot buy the human resource. That means their work, their employment, their job only is hired, but not the human being, not the human or the employee himself. Understood? We hire only their labor. Only the labor is given to the organization. That means their work, their job, but not the human being. Then only the human resource can exhibit innovation and creativity. These two can be got only from the human resource, but nowhere from any other resource. Then human resource can only think, then act, analyze and interpret. All the other resources we can use, that's all. But human resources can think, isn't it? They can act accordingly. Then they can analyze. If there is any deviation, they will analyze and they will interpret. They will find out the reason and they will take another action, so better actions, okay, better steps to improve the business process. So only human resource can think, act, analyze and interpret. Then we can say human resources are the emotional beings. We have emotional feelings, isn't it? To understand others' feelings. If the manager scolds someone or like a machine or a material, we cannot treat the human beings, isn't it? If a thing does not work, no, we will beat it immediately, isn't it? For fun also. The same thing cannot be done with your human resource. Because we are emotional beings, that will affect our feelings, isn't it? So human resources are emotional beings. Then human resources can be motivated either financially or non-financially. Yes, we do not need to motivate other resources, we can use them, that's all. But here, if we motivate the human resources, they will work, okay, either financially, because that is why we get the salary, isn't it, or wages, or some other ways, non-financially, by giving their accommodation, then medical facilities, then free education for the children of the employees. So in many ways they can be motivated. Then behavior of the human resource are unpredictable. We cannot predict them, how they will work, isn't it? Now, because it is dependent upon our background, our family background or the social background. Okay, so behavior of human resources are unpredictable. Every time we cannot say the human beings have to work in the same hours. Sometimes they may not feel to work, they may feel very tired, or the illness, sick of their family members may affect their work. Okay, so we cannot predict the behavior of human resources are unpredictable. Then over years human resources gains values and appreciation. So because of doing the work again and again, or working in the same organization for many years, they will gain values and appreciation. Okay, they may get the appreciation from the higher authorities or among the co-employees. Okay, so over years, if they work for many years, they can gain values and appreciation. Then human resources are movable. Yes, they're not like natural resources. It is kept in as one particular place. It will be there only for a long time unless and we remove that replace them, isn't it? So human resources are movable. Then the last one, human resource can work as a team. Human resource can work as a team. Uh, we do a work as a single person, the quantum of work will be less. But if a work is done by a group of people or as a team, the work can be completed within a short period and it will be completed efficiently and effectively. Okay, so human resource can work as a team. So all these features are the two question answers. Okay, these characteristics. One 2-mark question and one 5-mark question. Around 11 points given. Then around 7-8 you can learn. Okay. Next, we will learn the significance of human resources. Significance means importance. Okay, significance or importance. What are the significance? The other name is importance. Okay, somewhat some of the features also will be coming here in this importance. Okay, so what are the importance or the significance of human resource? Here, this is the only resource. Because of this human resource only, all the other resources are effectively used, isn't it? Because all the other resources are for example, financial resources. Money is used by whom? By the human beings. So if a person is efficient only, he can use less money in order to earn more money, isn't it? So it is only through human resource all other resources are effectively used. Then growth of an organization depends upon the human resource. Yes, Isn't it that from the beginning we are learning growth of any organization depends upon the use of human resource. Then industrial relations depend on human resource. Industrial relation, from one department to another, everything is done by whom? By whom? Human resource. Then human relation is possible only through human resource. Here that management, manager employee relation, if it is good only, if an organization can be run efficiently, isn't it? That is done through human resource. So human relation is possible only through human resource. And human resource only manages all other factors of production. Here, what are the factors of production you should know? Okay, factors of production means 4 factors. In order to produce a thing, we need land, isn't it? Land, labor. Without labor, we cannot do any work. Land, labor, capital, money we need. Then the last one, organization as a whole. So land, labor, capital and organization. Everything is managed by whom? By the human resource, human beings. Then human resource can be utilized at all levels of management. Yes, isn't it? Human resource, top level, they are also called human resource only. That human resource management we say. That we are going to learn in the next heading tomorrow. Okay, human resource can be utilized at all levels of management. Lower level of management also, they are handling human resource. Top level, they are also handling human resource. Because human resource in the sense, not only workers, employees, management also includes. Okay, human resources are well protected by legislative framework. How we can protect them? How we can save them? By some legislative framework. They have some rules and regulation for each and every organization, or labor contract, labor act is there in order to protect them, human resource. Okay, so they can be protected by legislative framework. Even government has also given some rules related to this human resource. Then skills of the human resource can be improved through training and development program. Other resource we cannot improve them, but here the skill can be improved by giving training and development programs. Okay, students, we have completed one part, human resource, its meaning, definition, then features and significance. We will mark the question answers. Human, give the meaning of human resource. Page number 76. Here. Okay, this part. Okay, this line. Meaning, last line. That one, and in the last. Last paragraph. Okay, here. This paragraph. Okay. Then human resource, features of human resources. Okay, 77. Features of human resources. Many here also. 2 characteristics of human resource. 76. Fourth question. That one, that features. Okay. you can mark this points 3, 4 you can write. Then features, all the points you can study. Then importance of human resource, significance of human resource. Okay, around 8 points given, 5, 6 you can mark. Then unique features of human resource, all the features. Okay, 77. Then significance of, no, not this one, only features. Human resource management is different from human resource. Okay, this many question answers you have to study. Okay, students, so study this one. Okay, thank you, students.